When we are dealing with covert narcissists, we must pay attention to these clear signs that tell us chosen ones that we're dealing with one. So first of all, they will be luring us in. They wear such a fake mask that they lure us in to their presence, to their energy, that we would trust them and open up to them, things like that, whatever the situation is, of course. But they seem very kind at first. So you could easily mistake them for an empath, basically, because they are faking to be a chosen one or an empath. And then as soon as something doesn't go their way, like they want it to go, especially if they are used to always getting their way and nobody is standing up for themselves against them, they will be triggered, they will be angry. So you are basically dealing with a toddler. I've said this before, when we're dealing with narcissistic people, we're dealing with toddlers. We're not dealing with grown, mature, stable adults who can actually communicate with in a calm manner with respect. They will lash out on you, they will attack you in some way, maybe yell at you, depending, of course, what the situation is. If this is a message online that they're sending you, they will do their best to be as cruel as possible, attacking you as much as possible, belittle you, put you down. But the covert narcissist is such a malicious narcissist in this way that you don't always notice. They can hide it so well that you don't always know. No matter how intuitive you are, you don't always know. Your intuition, of course, can be warning you, and the more you listen to it, it will work better and better and better. But you cannot punish yourself if you did not realize until they attacked you. But they will do their best to attack you under your belt, so to speak, to be as personal as possible, to get to the really vulnerable and weak point. And I think the worst thing is that they really put on this show like they are an angel. Like they seriously are an empath or a highly sensitive person, a chosen one of God who would never hurt anyone. They fake to be an earth angel, a starseed, for example. They fake to be this spiritual being, healer, you know, always being there for others, always helping others. But the truth comes out one-on-one when you are alone with them, and they will want to attack you because, for example, if you need to just set your healthy boundaries with them, they immediately attack you to make you feel like you are the guilty one. So with narcissists, it's always this pattern that they are emotionally and mentally toddlers, and they are very broken and insecure people with fragile egos and demonic entities within them. Very, very negative, dense energies, and you will feel them when you are an authentic empath, highly sensitive person, chosen one, earth angel, starseed. You will feel that you're dealing with one. And again, I think that it's important that we trust ourselves when we're dealing with these toxic people, so that we will be supporting ourselves even more and not letting them affect us. So the minute you say something authentic and honest and real with them, something genuine, like for example, you need to criticize them about something, give them feedback, no matter how calm and positive and constructive you are being, they still attack you and make you feel like you are some toxic person. Like you are supposed to be their doormat, like you are supposed to be somebody who just pleases them and accepts their abuse, the disrespect. And of course, nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves those things. And so it is crazy, but this is just how they function, this is how they think. So if it's a cruel, straightforward, personal attack coming from this person towards you, you are very likely dealing with a covert narcissist, especially if you thought that they were an empath, if you thought that they are a chosen one like you, if you thought that you could trust them, you could open up to them, you expected them to communicate with you in a healthy, mature manner, with respect. But yes, it did not happen, and instead they attacked you and made you feel like you are the bad guy. For a minute there, you can be stunned, you can be like, what the F is happening here? Which is completely normal, because you did not see that coming. But they just love to use your energy as fuel. Because I think if somebody can really wear a mask, for example, on social media and smile with people on photos, for example, and seem to be doing like coaching or healing work of some sort, seems to be kind and respectful. But then the truth comes out when you're communicating with them one-on-one. Because of course they don't usually show this publicly. I mean, why would they? So, because they're all about hiding. So they are just showing to you when you are talking to them one-on-one that this is the case. So, yeah, they also love to play the victim. So you don't have to say much of anything when they think that you are attacking them. Just by setting a simple boundary, just by speaking your mind, saying your own opinion, they take it as an attack, and it wounds them so deeply that they want to attack you in the most cruelest way possible, personal attack, to make you feel like you are less than them, that they would feel better about themselves, that they would somehow lift themselves up. Which of course doesn't happen. It just does not go like that. It is just not possible. And this just came to my mind again because I had this encounter on Instagram with a follower that I thought would be a possible client, would be someone who is authentic and respectful towards my work, a like-minded person. I noticed that she had taken one of my own art photos, which I've created, and posted on Instagram. And she had not told me about it. She had not asked me for permission. So, of course, I wanted to say about that. I wanted to speak my mind. My first reaction was to speak my mind. That, okay, well, I see that you took one of my photos, and I was not criticizing her or anything. And so apparently, as soon as I communicated with her that, okay, you apparently took this photo, and I was being positive about it, I was like, okay, it's fine, that I take this as a respectful gesture. But she took my approach as an attack. And so immediately my reaction was like, I did not say anything negative. But of course, at the same time, my inner self was telling me that you don't need to engage with this, just block this person. You don't need to be continuing this conversation because it's not going to be leading anywhere, and you know that. You have seen so many of these kinds of people already who are energy vampires and narcissists. So it is pointless. Because this is the thing with these kind of people. Nothing is ever enough. No matter what you do, you can please them the rest of your life until you die, but nothing will ever be enough. And you will only be walked over and disrespected if you tolerate that sort of behavior. She was attacking me in a personal manner, putting my work down, putting me down, calling me weird, just for communicating my healthy boundary and my opinion. I told her, if you want to share something in the future, please tell me first. And I was being kind and respectful and calm, because that is what I am. So, yeah, this was just crazy. And so that made me think again, and that is why I created my post today. And now I wanted to talk about this in my video, in this story recording, that this happened, and to remind my soul people that you are not to blame if you are encountering these kinds of people, because they will never be satisfied. They will take everything as an attack, as criticism. You simply cannot be yourself and relax around these kinds of people. They will always keep you second-guessing yourself, doubting, questioning yourself and your sanity, your sense of reality, your opinions and everything. And they take satisfaction from that. And they are usually insecure, they are jealous, they have fragile egos, like narcissistic people do. And like I said, they are mentally and emotionally toddlers. We are never dealing with mature, respectful adults who would actually know how to communicate in a calm manner without it escalating to something else like emotional abuse, like psychological abuse, because that is what it is. You get attacked and you feel attacked, especially when you are a sensitive person. And they treat you like you have no human worth. They treat you like they can just walk all over you and don't give a shit about how you feel. And again, a kind reminder, as usually, if you need more help and support, don't hesitate to apply to work with me one-on-one. And also buy my self-help book if you need more empathetic and compassionate, honest, genuine and real advice, guidance. You need some sort of support in a straightforward way from someone who understands what you're going through. When you are a chosen one of God, an earth angel, an empath, a highly sensitive person, a starseed, you can be all of these things or a mix like I am. So you want some help and support and guidance and advice, so get in touch.